whatever you guys are grinding on, have fun with that. I'm just gonna lift this up and carry it down the stairs. He's been doing this since he came out the womb, y'all. All right, guys, so we're back with some more NF, and today we're covering the song Green Lights. Now, the only thing I really want to say here is I've heard nothing about this song. Like nothing at all. And that's notable only because there are many, many songs of NF's that I feel I either hear about in passing, things like Hope and the Search and things that have kind of gone a little viral at some point, or even Therapy Session. Before I heard that one, I knew he had a song called Therapy Session. But then there's the comments. There's other people that have just along this journey been like, watch out for this one. Get ready for this song. I don't know what you're going to feel about this one. This one's crazy. So I've seen some of those comments. I've seen nothing. Nothing about Green Lights. So I'm entirely blind going into this one. Have no idea what we're about to get into. So let's go ahead and do it. This is NF Green Lights from the Perception album.
Yeah. My name buzzing, ain't no way you could ignore it. I did not come this far so they could ignore me. I am not the one to say I'll do it in the morning. I'd rather get it done, don't focus on what's not important. They try to talk to me like they be nothing but supportive. Appreciate the love, but do not show up on my doorstep. If you ain't about that real, I suggest that you avoid me. If we ain't on the same page, that's the end of story. You are not a baller cause your closet's full of Jordans. You are not a rich man cause you're on the Forbes list. First I dropped the record, then you know I gotta tour it. Real still the slogan, only difference is there's more of us. The story of my life feels like it's just beginning now. I ask you a question, I want answers, not to run around. You the one that brought it up, but I'm the one that shut it down. If you ain't got that album yet, I brought you one, I'm at your house. Hey. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Green lights. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Green lights.
Okay. Oh, this is a shorter one, so I do need to be stopping it a little more often than some of them. We're already like a third of the way through the song. So this is pretty cool so far. The first verse kind of goes back to that same well we've seen in the past as far as, being a genuine, authentic, real person. And if you're not on that grind, if you're not on that path, if we're not on the same page, when it comes to that, just, get out of my way. And I think that's kind of the metaphor that we're drawing here with the green lights. I'm not sure yet. I want to hear the refrain here. I just kind of stopped it right at the beginning there and then onward from there. But I'm assuming that the green lights are kind of saying, this path that I'm on, this path of righteousness, this path of truth, this path of, just laying out and bearing my soul on the track. All I'm seeing are green lights. I'm going straight ahead. Whereas, whatever you guys are grinding on, have fun with that. So I like that. As far as the imagery goes here, where these people have broken into his house, I don't know how deep that metaphor is going into past things that we've talked about, whether this is depicting the house or the mansion that he's referenced in the past that he's locked inside of, these people or these entities, whoever they're representing, breaking into that space that he usually locks himself inside of. That we even got a reference back to with Outcast, the jail cell. Even though he holds the keys, he's locked in jail. So, I wonder how deep the metaphor goes here. It can always go significantly deeper than we anticipate with NF. I should just start anticipating that it goes super deep, but as soon as I do that, I'm going to start overthinking something and miss something obvious. So anyway, let's back it up just a touch. I want to hit that refrain fully here, and then we'll move on to second verse, I guess.
If you ain't got that album yet, I brought you one, I'm at your house. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Green lights. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Green lights. All I spit is real life. Real life. But you don't know what that's like. All I see is green lights. Green lights. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Yeah. All I spit is real life. Real life. I bet you don't know what that's like. I know where I'm going. I don't let no one distract me. I don't need directions for nobody in the backseat. I don't need these people in my corner trying to gas me. I'd rather have people in my corner trying to check me. Yeah, I walk up the bus a different city than the last week. Let the fans speak. They gon' tell you about the...
What was that? Okay. I want to make sure I'm not missing things because I'm kind of watching the lyrics as well as watching the imagery here at the same time. So I make sure I'm not missing anything. But, first of all, he picked up a shard of ceramic there. So that's one thing. He's going to fight back, it looks like. But let me see. What was that? Okay. Oh, it's a safe. Okay, it's a safe. I was thinking it was like a subwoofer or a speaker. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a safe. I think that's a dial right there. But yeah, it's a little muddy on my screen for some reason.
They gon' tell you about the past me. If I'm being honest, last year I was in a bad place. Wouldn't say I'm out of it, but don't feel like I can't be. Who you know dropping clean records, but they nasty. I was made for this. I could tell when mama had me. I hopped right off the table, told my doctor I ain't average. He asked me, what does that mean? I told him get the pen and pad, please.
He's been doing this since he came out the womb, y'all. He's been writing and rapping since he walked out the womb. That might be embellishment. I don't know if we can put that in the official lore. Nate's been writing rap since he was 1 second old. Oh, there we go. Now we're fighting. How the turntables. No, he does not.
All I see is green lights.
Yeah.
All I see is green lights. All I spit is real life.
Okay, Nate.
But you don't know what that's like.
Okay. Sorry, that threw me off. So, aren't safes supposed to be really, really heavy? At least, to be fair, I don't know. I'm not a safe expert, but every safe that I've ever owned has been way too heavy to just casually just like, oh, I'm just going to lift this up and carry it down the stairs.
But you don't know what that's like. You don't know. All I see is green lights. Green lights. All I see is green lights. Green lights. Yeah. All I spit is real life. I bet you don't know what that's like.
What's in the safe, Nate? What's in there, bro? What were they after? Well, there's the keys. Ah, okay. That's cool. Wait, was there something else there? Or is that just... Nah, it looks like that's just the edge of the shelf. I saw like a little, I guess that's like a handle or something in there. Anyway, I mean, it looks like a real safe. Maybe it is a real safe, and I just don't know enough about safes. But anyway, I'm assuming that's not that important. They weren't trying to add in an important point to the lore that Nate is like abnormally strong. I don't think that's what's going on here. I think the bigger importance is obviously what was inside the safe. We had the keys. I did catch that. He popped the keys up on the, well, wait, did he, wait. Okay, he doesn't have the keys in his hand. Okay. I was making sure. I didn't know if maybe I wasn't seeing like the keys before and he was using those to unlock the safe. A lot of safes do have that option to either use the dial or have a key for it. So I didn't know if that's where they were going with that imagery, but it looks like he did pull the keys out of the safe. So that was a valuable thing he was trying to keep locked away alongside his notebook full of songs for perception. So again, looking at this song, looking at the meaning of this song or what he was talking about, he's talking about all these people who they're on a completely different path. He's seeing green lights because his path is genuine. It's truth. It's righteousness. It's everything that is real. It's real music. Whereas a lot of other people are just on this grind, doing whatever they do, putting out of whatever nonsense that they put out. And he's saying he is different. He's set apart from everybody else who's doing nonsense. So, or not, I don't think he's throwing shade necessarily. I don't think he's saying everybody else is doing nonsense. It's just, I'm seeing green lights because this is what I'm doing with my art, with my work. It's valuable to me. This is how I get out what I'm feeling for real. And now he sees people trying to break into his house to steal these things away from him that are so valuable. And again, I feel like we're playing off the same metaphor, obviously, here, especially seeing the keys come into play. This isn't like depicting a real break-in at his house. This is talking about that mansion, that house that has many rooms where things are locked away. Specifically, right here, we see the Perception album, the songs, at least I would assume, for the Perception album, locked away in one of those rooms alongside the very keys that he uses to lock himself away inside of his mansion or inside of the jail cell that we saw in Outcast in the last video we covered. So this is really cool. lot of metaphor here, a lot of messaging, a lot of imagery, even though this is a fairly simple song. I understand why people weren't freaking out about this one. People weren't commenting about it because it does seem like one that kind of sits in the middle of a lot of other really crazy, really big stuff, but it's got some really cool messaging to it. It gives us another insight into Nate, into NF, into why he does what he does, and his perception, if you will, about his career, about his art, about what he has done so far, and where he plans to go in the future. We're watching just the green lights, green lights, green lights as he's moving along. So really cool video, great imagery, great song. Let's end like I always do, guys, with a little bit of prayer. Lord, thank you once again for artists that allow us to dissect and think and dig into the messages that they're putting out. NF does such a good job with imagery, with messages, and we love to see it, Lord. Thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you do for us, every breath in our lungs, and I praise you as the original creator, and it's in your son's precious name I pray. Amen. Thanks, guys. See you later.